Yo guys, welcome back to the Touchliner podcast, episode 29. Now for you guys that saw my Instagram story, there were some technical difficulties. So luckily Ben and Hussein aren't here for this episode. I've got some true ball knowledge here. Johan, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for having me on. You've never asked me, so I had to ask you to come on. You're welcome. I'm good.
Look, Johan's one of my longest standing friends since we were 6. We've known each other. I'm a bit of a bum for not asking you for this long, but he's gonna be on a bit more. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about football and talk about our team. It's nice to have another United fan on, Manchester United. So obviously you watched the game on the weekend. You saw that crazy game. What's your take on it?
On the game itself, or everything with red cards?
We start with the game. We'll start with the first 70 minutes.
Okay.
You know, what do you think?
We were very, very poor.
Yeah.
We could have already lost that game. Probably thought we were going to lose the game until Fulham do it for themselves.
Yep. No, that's
Maybe
true. Yeah, go ahead.
I think their manager is what threw them the game, because he immediately got a red card when they went to the VR check, and then just set the tone for everyone else to lose their head as well.
No, 100%, 100%. You can see the manager lose it, gets red carded straight away, and that sets off the wild. What's it called? The wild wire? I don't know what you call it. The live wire. There you go. Mitrovic, right? His head goes straight away.
Yeah.
So manager gets sent off. Willian gets sent off. Mitrovic pushes the ref, gets sent off. So what Ben was saying yesterday, I want your opinion on this, is he said, oh yeah, well, Bruno Fernandes should have been sent. He's been saying this for weeks. He should have been sent off against Liverpool. No?
No. At worst, he got a yellow card. There was no, he didn't square up to the ref. He pushed him, fine. At worst, that's a yellow card, which they did miss. Should have given him a yellow. But VAR doesn't intervene with yellow cards.
It's true.
So I think with, maybe I see the complaining, but it's not like United have. It's the first time we've got the rub of the green of the season, I think, really. Other times, like last week, there was a penalty chance that wasn't given. 2. Rashford one was off, but there was a handball in the box, wasn't given.
True.
Casemiro was unlucky to get a red, but he went with the foot high. It's red. I think it's the first time it's helped us a bit.
I agree. I fully agree. The inconsistencies for Casemiro to get a red card, I think okay, his studs are showing. I see the case, but then, like you said, how many other challenges you see? Southampton against Chelsea. You see so many other. The Brentford game, there was one as well. There are so many other challenges that should have been red carded that didn't even get looked at. So we've not had the best luck. Whether there's an agenda or not is another question, but I just think the refereeing in the Premier League in England needs to improve.
Yeah, it does, yeah. And it's going to be human error. I watch rugby union, and there's video assistant referee, and even in that, it ruins the game. Because there's the rule. Rugby has a lot more rules, especially union, and there's a lot of things like margin calls where it can be yellow card, red cards, and it goes to a red card, and you feel hard done by, but it's the video assistant referee watching it. The only difference is you can hear what the referees are saying.
Yeah.
And, all talk to each other. I think if they do that in football, or maybe people in the stadium wouldn't be able to hear it, but on TV you can hear what the referees are saying and see what their process is. You might not judge them as hard.
I agree with that, man. That's actually a really good point. It needs to be utilized better. It's still new in football, but so far very inconsistent. It's making more people angry than satisfied with it. But all of that happened. 3 red cards changed the game after that. Sabitzer with his first goal. Fernandes gets a brace.
Seems simple, but it wasn't.
Honestly, 3-1 at face value looks good, but it wasn't like that. We did get a bit lucky there, but what do you think about the fixture congestion though? 88 days, 25 games.
Yeah, I saw that. I think that it played a part. You can see we were tired. They had a week to prepare. We had 3 days.
It's been like that, bro. It's been like that.
Yeah, but you can see what happened with Liverpool last season. They made it to almost every final they could, and they're kind of struggling this season. So I don't know what will happen with United next season, but we're starting to struggle now a bit with everything. I like how Rashford pulled out with an injury. If it's serious or not, I don't know, but I like that. Hopefully, Bruno Fernandes can do that as well. I mean, because he's played the most. I've seen the most minutes out of every player in the top 5 leagues, including goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Him and Rashford, I think, are in the top 2.
Yeah.
Which is insane. So I like that Rashford pulled out. Hopefully, it's not a serious injury. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so anyway. It didn't look like he was injured when he came off the pitch. So, yeah, I mean, congestion is an issue. I'm a bit worried. I didn't even think about the long term. You are right with that. I think that it helps that a few of these players hopefully won't be here next season. We'll have fresh legs. People that Ten Hag can rely on for next season. He can rotate in, like when Harry Maguire plays. I'm biting my nails, man. He takes 10 minutes to pass.
Yeah, you could just see it takes forever to process what's in front of him. It's frustrating to watch him, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you see, to have him alongside Martinez is two polar opposites. This guy does everything quickly.
Yeah, you can see the difference as well. Martinez can whip a ball into Rashford quickly or just pop it over. Maguire stands there, okay, I can pass to Wan-Bissaka. But there's also not a hard pass, like a soft pass.
Yeah.
And you're put more zip into it, bro.
Fully. I can't wait for him to leave this summer. I think him, McTominay, Elanga maybe on loan or sale. I don't really mind.
No, Elanga's just he's not we played last season and we thought he was decent, but I mean everyone was crap.
Yeah.
I mean Rashford 5 goals.
Yeah.
Martial went on loan and they didn't even want him. So I mean everyone was not like Martial's done anything this season. He's been injured, but he's done well when he's played when he could.
Yeah.
Elanga, I don't think he's at the level of United. I think he's like Everton, Crystal Palace type of thing.
Yep. I agree with that. I think his time's up. He's been there now. This summer it'll be 8 years, 7, 8 years. His time's up. He's done nothing wrong.
Sorry,
yeah.
No, he hasn't. He's not level. He's not United's level, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. But what do you make of the season in general? Anyway, looking at the wider view of it, obviously we won the World Cup. Well, feels like the World Cup, the League Cup.
Yeah, we did. Martinez won it.
That's true. We did win the World Cup.
Youth FA Cup last season as well, and the Eredivisie. Ten Hag, he won it.
That's true, and the Bangkok Cup, the Bangkok Cup as well. Come on, man.
Yeah. He won a lot. No. At the start of the season, I thought we were gonna maybe get 5th. I was hoping for 5th and maybe Europa League semi-final or FA Cup final, but I didn't expect us to be in the top 3 comfortably. I would say. I mean, the 2 games on hand with is it Newcastle or Tottenham? Tottenham below us, but they're about to sack their manager. So, I mean, I think I'm actually happy about the season.
Yeah, no, me too, man. I came into this season and I said, you tell me, in the first episode of the Touchline, I said, you give me top 4, 1 trophy. I don't care what trophy, that's a success. And we're on course. I don't see us, touch wood, messing up top 4. We've got our trophy and we have the prospect now of winning another 2 at best case scenario, but I'm not expecting it. How many trophies do you think we'll win both? Do you think we'll win 1?
Maybe FA Cup final. I think we'll reach that. Most likely, maybe play Man City.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, even if we reach both the final of the Europa League and FA Cup, they're 3 days apart, which also sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, which one do you prioritize then?
It's a good question, honestly, but that if that happens, I'll be that's as beyond success if we reach both finals.
Yeah, that's too far in the future, but I mean, even if we reach that, that's just another fixture congestion there as well.
Yeah. And
we don't have the squad at all.
Agreed. No, we really don't. We're lucky there's no major tournament this summer, so the players can actually have a summer off. But yeah, definitely good season so far. Erik ten Hag, is he the man?
I love his boldness. It's inspiration because I've shaved my head. I had long hair, now I shaved it, so he was an inspiration to me. No, I love him. I just love the way he just talks. He doesn't we're complaining about fixture congestion. He hasn't really talked about it at all. Klopp in the past has complained about it almost every season he could, which is fine. He takes the pressure off his team, but he complained about it a lot. Ten Hag hasn't complained about it once. Referee decision, he's only started complaining now when he feels like something is going against him, but I don't know, I'm happy with him. The way he dealt with everything. Maguire, he's a captain. He's just dropped him. No issues there. Ronaldo, talk bad about me. Okay, bye. You're out of the club. Simple.
No, you're right, man. You're honestly right. He's dealt with everything, even little things like Rashford on New Year's Day, or
Yeah.
Garnacho in preseason. You're late. That's it. You get punished. It doesn't matter. I don't care who you are. It's perfect.
Yeah.
He is the man. He's what we've missed. We've missed this since Ferguson. No nonsense. I don't care what your name is. United comes first. It's perfect.
That's true. Yeah. Well, yeah. The club comes first. Well, actually, the manager comes first because he should be the top man there.
Yeah.
Not the CEO, nothing. The manager should be. That's what Alex Ferguson was. I mean, under Solskjaer, he was kind of maybe when we were watching him, he was doing well, but now you can see he was maybe weak. He wasn't firm enough with players.
No.
He wanted some players gone, and they were never gone.
True.
Now, I think if it was a stronger manager, they would go. I mean, we got rid of Ronaldo. I don't think if Solskjaer had Ronaldo spoke about Solskjaer like that, he would go. He might have stayed there because, I mean, I think they bullied Solskjaer. And I don't think he was at the level maybe to win us everything. Mourinho was just, well, it's Mourinho. He'll explode at some point.
Yeah.
Get his name. And Van Gaal, I think Van Gaal was just past his peak. But yeah, I think this is the best manager we've had since Fergie.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of people are saying like, oh, Mourinho won, two major trophies in his first season. So, Ten Hag has to do that to match it. But he threw the league. He threw the league. We were sick. He said it like January, February, we're throwing the league.
Yeah.
And
yeah, sorry.
No, the fact that we never said it. Other people were saying we're in a title race like a month ago. It speaks levels.
I was thinking a little bit. Like in February, I was like, maybe we are because we're what 5 points off.
Yeah.
They had the game in hand on us, but I mean, I was maybe thinking it, but I wasn't like, yeah, we're definitely 100% in one. We should go for it. I mean, it was nice that people tried to talk to us about being in one, but no, we definitely didn't have the squad to compete for it.
Yeah, it'd been a while though since we were properly in the conversations. That was nice, but I always knew at least that one injury, that's it. Like Casemiro or suspension, Casemiro, or a Rashford injury. Imagine like this injury serious. I think
Rashford injury. Yeah,
season's done. Like we're that fragile at this point. I think it's too early. You give us. Even next season, we're probably not going to win it, but we will challenge next season, I believe, with the right signings.
Yeah, we definitely should then. That should be that should be what we talk about next season, about challenging.
Yeah. I mean, we can hope, but we'll wait for the summer for that. But earlier you did say the FA Cup final against City could happen. So City just beat Burnley 6-0. They're playing Sheffield in the semi. We're playing Brighton. So Erling Haaland. 41 goals. People say he makes City worse. What's your take on that?
I maybe compare like with Ronaldo with that United. He changed the way City play, and City play a certain way, and you don't deviate from that. It's Pep Guardiola. He'll get rid of you. He got rid of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. If you don't, I mean, and he's a character. So I think he may make them work, but they need to get used to him as well. Haaland, his runs, his speed. I mean, even how strong he is. They need to get used to him as well, and he needs to get used to them. And once those things mix, it's going to be. It says you should win the Champions League. There should be no excuse while Haaland's there and De Bruyne is still as good as he is. They should win the Champions League with him there.
Oh, I agree.
Like, FA Cup means nothing to them. That's not what Pep Guardiola was brought in to do. They won it before him, and did they win it with him? I don't remember.
Yeah. They won it with him. Yeah,
they won it with him. I mean, they're there for the Champions League, and that's it.
Yep, it'll be Guardiola's first Champions League without Lionel Messi, so it's a huge deal for him. True. You can see, and if he doesn't do it with this team, then he's a bold fraud, and I'm gonna say that forever.
Is it not? Then maybe it's Barcelona, the system that Barcelona has. That their youth system is incredible. I mean, he had Xavi and Iniesta, Busquets as his midfield with Messi, and he had David Villa. Who did he win it with? Messi. Did he win it with Pedro? Yeah,
Pedro up front. Yeah.
I mean, that team's insane. That team won the treble. Almost the same team won the treble again under Enrique. Except that Suarez and Neymar.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane.
That was a golden generation of Barcelona. You
And he
know.
went to Bayern Munich, and I mean that team was also amazing. He brought in Xavi Alonso, yeah, Thiago, Neuer, Lahm was still good. Was Lahm? Yeah, Lahm was still amazing then,
Yeah, yeah.
and he couldn't win it then. But even at City now, I mean, but I think Pep just overthinks things whenever he gets to the
Oh yeah.
like quarterfinal or semi-final, especially, just overthinks. I don't know why. I mean, if he just keeps his team the same, he'll win it easily.
Yeah.
Especially against Chelsea. If he just kept the whole team the same, he would have won that easily.
Yeah, he didn't play a defensive midfielder. I'll never forget that. He didn't play a defensive midfielder, and that's why Havertz scored, because there was no covering. He always gets in his own head. He is his worst enemy, because, I mean, right now, out of all the managers in the world, he is meant to be the best one. So
I'd probably say he's the best one, yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I think they're favourites to win that, but I would love... For the FA Cup, I would love a Manchester derby final. We've never faced them in the final before, and
I wouldn't like it, but sure.
I would be so nervous, but the city will go crazy. I really want it to happen.
You're lucky you live there. So.
I think it'll be good if that happens, but we need to one step at a time. Brighton are not an easy team to play. No. Good season.
They seem got better without Potter there. They seem to play, well, they haven't dropped at all, which is insane to me.
Oh yeah, and they sold their star player, and they've got better. And
they turned on 70 million euros or pounds for their defensive midfielder, and they're like, no, it's fine, we can keep it, which is insane. And Brighton's not a big city as well, and they can just keep players like that, which is insane.
It says a lot about the club, and for them to find all these gems, like Matoma, like Caicedo, even Solly March, who's been at the club for so long, all these players work in this system.
True, yeah.
And I rate De Zerbi.
I would say for a club like Brighton size, it's not a knock on them. It's much easier for them to find a gem player in a small league. Because if United or any like Liverpool, Chelsea, if they go for a player like that, it's very hard for them because you're going to pay at least 30 million because it's Chelsea coming in. It's very hard for us or any of those big clubs to find a gem. For City, it might be easier because they have those like multi-club structures, so they can loan them out to, let's say, Melbourne City for game time and let them build there, which is, I think, which is what the Qatari also might want to do if they buy United.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brighton is not going to be an easy game. They play very well. They're going to be fresh because they're only in the FA Cup and the Premier League.
That's it.
Yeah. Be hard. It's gonna be a very hard game for us.
I mean, we got time. Yeah, at Wembley, we got time till then though. So Casemiro will be. If he doesn't get suspended again, Casemiro will be back.
Yeah, true.
Honestly, but yeah. So moving on from the FA Cup, you mentioned earlier about Spurs, right? The manager, Antonio Conte, 3-1 up in the 75th minute. Spurs fighting for top four. They concede to Walcott. Okay, 3-2. You're still in control. Then you concede a penalty in stoppage time, and you draw 3-3, and he loses it. He calls. He says this is the history of Tottenham. He says the players don't want to win. This isn't a team. These are selfish players. The owner's been here for 10 years and nothing. He's probably going to get sacked. But what do you think about this whole situation?
That's just it's funny. I mean, Chiellini said it in a Champions League game when they played Tottenham. It's the history of Tottenham. So even in Italy, it's probably known. It's Tottenham. It's just a joke, which is not nice about Tottenham. But yeah, what I think is maybe it's. I don't know. I don't even know who the owners are.
Oh, the Daniel Levy, that bald guy. Yeah, he's the owner. Yeah.
Oh, is he? I don't know. I thought he was just a board member. I thought he was like an Edward. Okay. I mean, that's a Tottenham thing. I think it's their players. I mean, Harry Kane, is he really a serial winner?
I don't think so.
I mean, last year he wanted to leave, but did he really force it through? He didn't.
Not really.
He stopped going to training session for what, 2 days? You really want to leave? If you really wanted to, I mean, as Manchester City, you'd probably be insane.
Oh yeah, he had his chance. But now they've got Haaland. Yeah. I don't think he goes.
He's not going there. But even, I mean, most of it, like Son fell off.
Yeah, that was crazy.
They've been hit with injuries. I mean, in midfield, there's a Bentancur who's got his ACL injury.
Yeah.
So he's out for the season, which is big for them. But yeah, also the way they play is also weird. They can as you said, they were 3-1 up, so they can score goals. But then all of a sudden, they play like Mourinho did with United. They sit back, counter attack. Like they sit back, absorb pressure, and then go for the counter attack. No matter who's the team. United would do that again in a big game against City because we can't compete with them player for player. But for some reason, they do it against every team, which works for them. They beat City, but then the next week they go and lose, which is just Tottenham. But we say that, and they're 1 point behind us, and we have 2 games in hand. But I mean, they're still in the top 4, and they're thinking of sacking the manager.
Yeah, some tension there. But I think, Conte is gone. They're saying Ryan Mason will fill in. If that happens, I don't know if Tottenham are serious as a contender anymore.
Maybe not now. Because if Liverpool, maybe, I don't know, because Liverpool also very inconsistent. I mean, they battered us, but they haven't won since then. And then who else is there? What? Brighton?
Newcastle.
There's Newcastle, Newcastle as well. Yeah, so it's not a given for them to be in the top 4, but they'll struggle a lot if they don't keep Conte. But I don't know if the players can respect Conte after he called them out like that publicly.
Yeah, it's a perfect time to get sacked. Perfect time to get sacked. I think he knew as well. He really wants to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's been struggling. He had that operation and was in Italy. Maybe missed home. This ain't for me. I think he was going to leave at the end of the season, but I think he's like, early, this international break's perfect.
Yeah. It looks that way. But now that top 4's up in the air now, I think it's between those 3. I think it's between Liverpool, Spurs, and Newcastle. Who do you back to finish in the top 4?
Probably Liverpool, because they've shown it in the past. And they don't have any other competitions to worry about, so it's 1 game a week.
I agree with you. That's what I think as well. I've been saying, even when they were down in the dumps a couple months ago, I was saying, you can't write them off.
No, I was writing them off then.
The thing is, do you remember that 2021 season and then Alisson scored from that corner?
Yeah.
I kept replaying in my head. I was like, you can't write these guys off. They know how to win. Like, they've won things together. So I don't think they're the same team at all, nowhere near, but I think they're still better than most in the league.
Yeah, true, yeah.
But, yeah. So that's top 4. If we just move up a little bit, got Arsenal, who are... What is it, 8 points clear? Something like that?
I can check. It is 8 points clear, yeah.
8 points clear, but say you have a game in hand. So, who's winning the league? You tell me.
Arsenal, probably.
Really?
Yeah, I just think they can keep the momentum up. I mean, they're not in any other competition, so they can focus just on the Premier League, which I think they were doing anyway. I don't think Arsenal supporters will be mad either if they... I mean, I don't think they're really mad that they're out of the Europa League. The way they lost, maybe, but I don't think they're that mad about it.
Oh, yeah.
And I wouldn't be if that wasn't issues either, especially having won it in forever. For 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years, 90, yeah. Yeah, so I think they'll probably win it and City second. But maybe City will pull it close because they still have to play each other. So it might be closer than we think.
I think, it's going to the wire. I think it's going to the wire. They have that game at the Etihad. City have the game in hand. So they win them both, I assume. And then they'll be 2 points behind. And they also just need to lose once.
Yeah, but... they're just finding a way to pull it out, which is annoying.
I know, every time. But also City will, because like we said about Liverpool, same applies to City. This team knows how to win. They know how to... Even if things are going against them, they will find a result. So it's going to be an interesting run-in after this international break, I think.
Yeah. Also, I mean, they also have Gabriel back.
Yeah, Jesus is back, yeah.
Did you see the documentary?
No, what did you...
Adidas and Arsenal made a documentary, the Jesus comeback.
What, him coming back from injury?
Yep, 100%.
Why?
No idea.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, we have Eriksen's been out for longer.
I know.
We haven't made a video yet, and he literally almost died on a football pitch.
I know.
And it hasn't made a documentary for him.
Oh, Arsenal are so funny, man. Their fans on Twitter were saying, "Oh, we're getting so sick and tired of winning. We haven't won anything."
That's why no one likes Arsenal. It's their fan base.
Honestly, like, I would rather City win. Like, I live in Manchester. I don't see any City fans outside. When there's a City game on, I barely know there's a City game on. When there's a United game on, I can't get on any public transport. Like, they're such a small team. I don't care if they win the Premier League.
Yeah, maybe the annoying thing is maybe 3 in a row, but I mean, even then we're like, who cares? You cheated to get there anyway.
Exactly. They could win it, and then they get all of them stripped, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it's looking interesting. It's looking interesting for that. Moving to Europe, though. So, Arsenal got knocked out of the Europa League, which, in a very funny way, like, it was like foot champs. This guy scores from the halfway line, you lose on penalties. And now we're into the quarterfinals of both the Champions League and the Europa League. So, I just want your predictions on both of these competitions. Who do you think's getting to the semis? Who's going to win each of these?
I think United will play another. We're playing Sevilla again, which is kind of a bogey team for us. We lost Champions League. We got knocked out by them under Mourinho, and did we play them again in the Europa League?
Yeah, the semi-final. Yeah.
And the semi-final. So they're kind of a bogey team for us, and we played a lot of Spanish teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully we get through. I mean, they just sacked the manager, I think, today.
Yeah, you did.
So new manager bounce against United.
They got 2 games before. Hopefully it'll be chilled by the time they play.
And then so hopefully we get through to that. And I think Juventus and Sporting are playing each other. I think that's an interesting game as well.
I think Sporting. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Juventus also coming back. Sorry, I mean they've done quite well in Serie A to claw back the points they were deducted.
Yeah.
And they're doing well in that. So I mean, it'll be interesting that tie. And then Roma as also we have a chance to play Roma and Mourinho maybe.
I think that's the final. I think it's the final.
Yeah, the final. We're on the opposite sides of the competition. We're on the sides of the draw.
Yeah, we're playing Juve or Sporting, I think. If I'm correct. If I'm correct. Let's see. Yeah. Oh man, Pogba. I want to play against Juventus so bad.
Oh yeah, he's gonna want to play, isn't he?
Gosh, I can't wait for all the Pogba fanboys to shut up when Casemiro sits him down and shows him how to actually be a midfielder.
Yeah, I think the whole Pogba was just funny. I was glad he's gone in and he hasn't played in the Witch Doctor with his brother. Maybe his mentally he's gone because I mean his whole family's kind of broken up. It's not nice. He's also been injured. I mean he was at United as well.
Yeah.
And people blame that for him not playing well, but I mean even at Juventus he's struggling. So maybe it was an issue.
He's not reliable, is he? He's not reliable, but I would love to knock him out.
When he's good, he's very good. He's insane.
Yeah, that's the issue though. Like with Pogba, for how many years we were like, when, if there was a midfielder next to him, when he's fit, he'll.
Like that 3-month period with under Solskjaer, caretaker, he was insane.
Yeah, I remember that. That, and he scored. He got like double figures in goals and assists for the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought he was good. Honestly, never again. I rate him as a player, but I would never want him in my team. He's not reliable enough and he's not consistent enough. So good riddance to that. I will take that final. Would be great in my opinion. Roma against Mourinho.
We'll just probably lose that as well. I think if we play him, we'll just find a way to Mourinho.
We've been breaking our ducks, you know. Like I think we beat Sevilla. I mean, I know it's a bogey team, but we beat Barcelona for the first time in 15 years this year. Like.
Yeah.
I see us. Why don't we win it? Unless something goes horribly wrong, like a red card or an injury before one of the big games. If not, why not?
Yeah. No, Mourinho's just the factor for me. He finds a way to win in finals. What he does.
That is true.
Europe, that is. Some reason FA Cups, not for us, but hey.
Oh man, that FA Cup final.
Boringest final I've ever seen in my life. Holy.
PTSD. Same with even the Sevilla game in the Champions League. That gives me PTSD. Ben Yedder. Oh, I hate that. I saw the highlights today, like on my timeline. Oh.
Yeah, then Mourinho also slagged the club off. Then sorry if I can say that, but
no, it's fine. Yeah.
He also said it came out and talked like United recent history is something also not good. I'm like, oh, okay. I was really
At that point, I think
he lost the facts. He lost the facts.
Yeah, that was when, because I remember he was like out in the group stages this year. So this is football heritage, and I was like, what are you doing? Oh, he's funny. But yeah, so that's Europa League. Champions League. Who do you think are going through in these?
Could be very interesting. I think the Manchester City Bayern is a big game in Chelsea, and yeah, Manchester City Bayern. I think that's gonna be an interesting game. I think maybe the winner from those two might win it.
Mm-hmm.
What I think.
Yeah.
Just the way Bayern, just with how stacked PSG are with their team, how they just brought on their subs and the just team is still the same. Like my favorite player is Joshua Kimmich. I love him. I think he's the best player on that team. I would love him at United, but I mean he's just so good. And I think Bayern would like just get through in that tie.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fair.
They've also played against Haaland.
Yeah.
So they're used to it.
It's true, actually.
We played with Dortmund. Didn't make as many chances, but I mean they've played against him. He scored, but they still lose. I mean I think the one game that he scored a brace and they still lost 3-2, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, that's an interesting game. I think also Milan Napoli is also a very big game. It's an Italian tie.
Yes.
Champions.
Who do you think wins that? I think Napoli.
Yeah,
Napoli.
Sorry, Hussein, but they stole that.
Yeah, no, Hussein was like, oh, I believe in Milan. I was like, fair enough, but...
I believe in United against Barcelona. It doesn't always mean we will win. 2011.
More PTSD. Oh, that game, man. Nah, Napoli walk over Milan. Like, I think before their first tie, they play in the league, or their second tie, they play in the league. So it's gonna be like a triple whammy, pretty much. So that's gonna be really interesting. But Napoli, honestly, are up there to win it. I think, I think they make the final. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, because I think their side of the draw is also not as strong as the other side. I mean, the other side is Chelsea, Real Madrid, Man City, Bayern.
Yeah,
that's an insane. So you get very big teams out on that side, and they just have to play either the winner of Benfica Inter. So it could be another Italian semi-final.
Yeah, it looks to be that way. Although Benfica have been really good. Guedes has been
yeah.
Class. Oh, sorry, not Guedes. Sorry, Ramos, Gonçalo Ramos.
The Ramos. Okay.
Yeah.
He's the one that scored the hat trick for Portugal.
Yeah.
When Ronaldo was benched.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's something, you know. He's linked with United, but I think Osimhen.
Yeah, we'll probably get Osimhen. Yeah.
I love Osimhen. Tall, strong, fast, good at shooting. Oh man, please.
And heading. For some reason, we don't have strikers that can head except Rashford.
Honestly.
Who knew?
Yeah, Rashford. That's Benny McCarthy. That's your boy, your South African genius.
I think, yeah.
No, he's done well with Rashford, honestly, to make him more of a striker. But yeah, so you think Real Madrid beat Chelsea?
Oh, most likely, yeah. It's Real Madrid in Europe. They just find a way. I think. But I think it might be close because Real Madrid are also struggling in the league. I mean, they lost against Barca yesterday.
Yeah, 2-1. Yeah. But Chelsea just drew with Everton though.
Yeah, I think Real Madrid should get through that.
Yeah, Andre, Chelsea, I don't know what you want to call what's going on over there, but it's not looking good right now. Who knows in the future, but right now it's not looking good.
No. Hey, they're sticking with their manager, which is surprising because it's not a Chelsea thing to do at all.
Yeah, I mean, I respect that, but a lot of Chelsea fans have already turned their back on him.
I mean, it's Chelsea fans, but they're used to manager turnover. For them, keeping a long-term manager is not something they really, I would say, they care about. They like managers, but it's not something they want. They don't want a long-term manager.
No. They
don't mind. They don't mind one coming for a short-term, winning a Premier League and leaving.
Yeah, exactly. That's just, different club cultures. But since Chelsea have been successful, that's what they've done. But I think Real Madrid will definitely go through. I think Vinicius has become one of the best attackers in the world. And to see him against an out-of-form Chelsea defence. Ooh, Koulibaly got out-strengthened by, what was his name? Ellis Sims, or whatever his name is.
He sounds like he's from Manchester, by the way.
Sounds like he's from what?
He sounds like he's from Manchester.
Yeah.
He sounds like he's a man. But yeah, just way he just. But I don't think Koulibaly is used to maybe the league.
No.
He's this kid's like, what's he gonna do? Bam, pace and strength.
Yeah, he's not used to it.
And he pocketed Mbappe in the Champions League. But he can't pocket some kid from Everton's academy.
It's so weird. But I said it when Chelsea signed him. I said, There's a reason he's been in Serie A until he's 30. There's a reason. There's no way that people have just left this amazing defender there. I think he's good. I don't think he's bad, but the same level as Ruben Diaz or even Lisandro Martinez, I don't think so.
Yeah, no, he's not. No. Yeah, but also Chelsea, I think do they still have is Thiago Silva coming back for the tie, or is he still being injured?
He should be back for the tie. I think he's out for an injury for a bit, but
it might be a lot. He would help then, because without him, I don't think they'll win then at all.
He's the only real leader in that team. They need him. They need him quite badly. But yeah, that's Champions League. Who do you think will win it? You said Bayern or City, right?
The winner of that game, I think, should win it. Yeah. But there could be a dark horse Napoli, as you said, maybe. But I would back the winner of that to mainly Bayern.
I think Bayern will outplay City, but because City have Haaland, if he's in form, if he's in the same form reason right now, going into that game, it's done. No, it doesn't matter.
It wasn't like he was out of form for long. What was it? A month, maybe?
I don't know, but it felt like a while because he just is scoring, then he just stopped, and you're like, huh?
Yeah, but then he's bang to back to hat trick, so.
Insane. What was it, like 8 goals in a week? Oh.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's 8 goals. 8 goals in 2 games?
Yeah, in 3 games. I think it was.
Isn't it 5 in the one?
Oh yeah, no, because he got 5. Yeah, he got. Yeah. True. Oh my gosh. He's insane, man. He's insane.
He is, yeah.
But we'll see what happens with the league, with the Champions League. Who do you think he's a signing of the season, or do you think Casemiro is? It's a debate between some fans.
Well, they were champions. They were champions last season, right? So we expect minimum is to win it again, right?
Yeah.
So maybe he's probably the player of the season, but I don't think maybe he's the signing.
That's a good point, actually.
He will probably win PFA Player of the Year.
Yeah. I don't see who else wins that, to be honest. I think Arsenal fans will be shouting Saka, but no. Or Odegaard.
Saka, maybe Rashford.
I
think Odegaard has more of a shout than Saka.
Odegaard's been really good this season. Really good this season.
And he's only 23 still?
Yeah.
I feel like he's forever signed at Real Madrid at 15.
Yeah. He's been around for ages. That's the thing with Arsenal. It's such a shame, because they have likable, exciting players, but because their fans are so unbearable, I hate them. I hate them.
True. Yeah, very true. Their fan base.
It's what turns them off me. Turns me off them, to be honest. I don't want them to do well ever. But they are favourites to win the league pretty much. And you heard it here. Bayern or City will win the Champions League. United will win the Europa League.
I didn't say you will win it.
You said you win the Europa League? Oh, no, I said that, to be honest.
No, you said that. I didn't say that.
Who do you think will win the Europa League then?
Europa League? Probably Mourinho.
Do you think Roma win it?
Mourinho, not Roma. Mourinho.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. He does what? You think he does? Conference League 1 season, Europa League. He doesn't
Champions
League. If he does that, oh my days! Not with Roma, not with El Shaarawy. This guy's been around for donkey's years. Who?
Chris.
Oh yeah, Mike Smalling, bro. Mike Smalling. He's honestly, I respect Mourinho so much, but time will tell. But you have anything else to add?
No, not for Europe.
Or England, anything?
Oh, England? No, the squad is very weird for England.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no international tournaments coming up. It's a friendly, right? Or is it qualification?
Qualifiers. I think it's Italy and Ukraine or something.
Okay.
Yes.
Qualifiers, right? England usually gets through that.
Yeah.
It's a given for them. So I was our Southgate experiment. Why are you picking the main squad you always pick? Try bringing new players. Okay, he picked Ivan Toney, but Ivan Toney's got the ban over his head. Why did you not take him to the World Cup? Because it was announced then. Now you're taking him, makes no sense. But Southgate's a weird bloke.
He is. And I think he gets, when they go to this Euros, they're going to get found out. I honestly think group stages or the last 16, knocked out.
True, I mean, Calvin Phillips isn't a team. You're telling me there's no other midfielders that's English that can maybe get picked? What's
Ward-Prowse?
Ward-Prowse, yeah, I was going to say, what does he have to do? What has he done wrong?
No, I agree. I agree. Ward-Prowse should have been picked over Phillips 100%. There's a lot of players being over. I don't think Tomori got picked, did he? He didn't,
No,
did
he
he?
does
And Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire got picked.
Yeah, which is also even Eric Dyer.
Yes, actually.
Eric Dyer plays regularly, but I mean, is he good? He's decent.
He's never been good. I don't understand. He's never been good.
He's decent. He's a decent Premier League centre back.
At best. At best, he's decent. But there's so many times he's been caught out for England, for Spurs. I don't know, because Southgate always said when, like a year or so ago, we pick off merit. We don't pick off favoritism, which is so fake. It's not real, is it?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I mean, the goalkeeper choice, there's nothing wrong with all the goalkeepers. They're all playing pretty well. Ramsdale, Pope, and Pickford. I know Pope pulled out. And they put in Southampton's keeper.
No, they put in Forster. Yeah, Spurs keeper. Yeah.
Is he Spurs? That's right. I thought he was like Southampton.
Yeah. No, he's there.
Yeah, Forster, so he's a backup. I mean, Ramsdale and Pickford.
Yeah.
Fine. I mean,
yeah.
he plays well for England, but for Everton, he has a howler in him somehow. Always.
It's true.
I would put Ramsdale as number one for England. I would experiment him as number one because you've given the chance at 2 tournaments now for Pickford. But defenders, at least he's picked Mark Gay. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah.
But don't know. Maguire, sure. I mean, is there no other options at centre back? Do England not have any centre back?
Yeah. No,
but you said there's Tomori.
Yeah.
Smalling.
Exactly. It's weird when you're overseas, you get overlooked. The only one I can see in here overseas is Bellingham. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably yeah. I think you're right. That's the only overseas player.
Yeah, it's just a weird prejudice going on there. I don't know what it is, but hopefully when Southgate does get sacked in the summer, well, actually, I'm not even an England fan. Hopefully for England, he can go because this team has got so much potential. This could be an amazing team. It's exciting. It's young. It's energetic. Like we've seen the spirit, but we just haven't seen the tactical quality, and that's the only thing that's missing.
I like you saying we, but you don't support England.
I didn't say we. Oh, if I did, I don't mean we. I don't support England, guys. I laughed when Kane missed the penalty.
I think you have an England shirt, don't you?
No. I got a Germany shirt too, so it levels out. But yeah, Gallagher as well. I don't know why he's in there.
He's out of form. Yeah, he was good last season, but this season no.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with England. I mean, it's just qualifiers. Again, happy that Rashford pulled out. Shaw should be fine. I think he'll rotate with Chilwell from a United standpoint. Yeah, and that's all there is to worry about for United. Luckily, from England.
True. From England, but if Bruno gets injured,
Nah. Casemiro got picked for Brazil, didn't he?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's okay though. If he gets a red card for Brazil, that's good. Get a red card in your first game and then come home.
Do they not get carried over to domestic?
No. Oh, actually, no. I think it stays international because he's already. Yeah. But we need him back. We're playing Newcastle next. Actually, we're playing them in 2 weeks. Do you think we beat them? So when I recorded yesterday, what was it called? Yeah, and obviously it didn't work. Ben, I thought we'd draw. I said, look, we haven't got Casemiro. If we go into this game in the same form that we've been the past few week or so, I think we draw. And Ben agreed, and Hussein's like, you win. And I don't think so. What do you think?
Well, we've got 2 week rest, right?
Yeah.
So we might be a bit more fresh. I think we might win like a 1-0, 2-0. 2-1, not 2-0.
Yeah.
But I think we should win that. Because they've been struggling. Do they have any major injuries? Or is Pope injured?
Wilson? I don't know, actually. No. I think that's it.
He's always injured for them.
Yeah, no, I don't think they've got any major.
He's always injured. And they signed, was it Isaac?
Isaac, he just won them the game the weekend. Yeah. He was really good.
I love what Trippier did, by the shahadri he did there was perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I did. I love it.
That's what Trippier does, man.
I would hate it against us, but I love it. It's hilarious.
Honestly, you need players like that to be successful.
I mean, that's Bruno for us, and it's annoying sometimes, but I love it.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. He's like, people like Ben hates him, right? He calls him a rat, and I was like, yeah, he's our rat. You know, it's like you love him.
And your rat is Trippier.
Exactly.
ripped out every corner, every free kick, no matter what minute.
Exactly. But that's going to be a good
So I think
game.
yeah, it's gonna be a tight game. Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, 3 games in a week for us. We got them on the 2nd, and then Brentford midweek, and Everton. And I think...
Is Brentford a Premier League game?
Yeah, and they're all without Casemiro.
Yeah, McTominay did not look very good, shall I say.
I think the only reason we played him was because we needed the height. We needed the height against Fulham with Polinia.
Maybe I'm judging it a bit too hard, but even when he played during the season, he wasn't very good. But he was carrying a knock, I think. So he wasn't 100%. But even when he was 100%, I mean, at the start of the season, he was like, oh, yeah, he's keeping Casemiro out the team. And then Casemiro comes, you're like, oh.
Yeah, okay. Literally, that was me. That was me, honestly.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
such a step up.
Level. Yeah. Okay, that's decent. Sorry.
Yeah, but hopefully, I think he gets sold. I think Newcastle linked with him. That's fine. But we didn't.
Yeah, he might go there. I think that's a good career because they might be challenging Champions League.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why not? And he's got experience.
Yeah, and they're also a big club. They're one of the big clubs in England, I would say.
Yeah.
Arsenal, United, Liverpool, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Maybe Tottenham if you want to throw them in there.
I agree.
But they haven't, not City, I'm sorry, but fan base wise, who cares if you win? Yeah.
100%. Honestly, no lies today on this episode. All facts. Johan, thank you for coming on. We'll definitely get you on again soon. All right, it's my bad. I'm the bum, but yeah, thanks for coming on. Thanks for filling in. But thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, follow, all that good stuff. If Johan's got any links he wants me to leave, I'll put it below. And yeah, see you guys in a bit. Peace.
Cheers.